how can we turn District 6 into a destination so that it looks a lot cooler for people to live and stay here?
Well, I would disagree. I was attracted to Wheaton. I am in Wheaton. I have the Wheaton Mall right behind me. I think, I've touched some on this already, but there is an opportunity, especially in the Wheaton Triangle, to make sure that the businesses that are there have the tools to continue to grow. I think there's some dissatisfaction with the local business owners, especially as a consequence of the planning board building that was built there. A lot of businesses saw it as, just detrimental to their own growth because, the parking, was closed for so long, et cetera. But I think that it's a short-term sacrifice for long-term gains. I think that, if you want to revitalize a community, sometimes the county does need to lead by example. And I think that, Councilmember Navarro, obviously the incumbent and whose endorsement I have, that was her intention, was to bring a mixed bag of strategies so that Wheaton would become an attraction. And so then by building the planning board, and then I also by investing in the Wheaton Regional Library, I think that it is changing. I think Wheaton is changing, and I think when we were seeing that in the development of more buildings and the modernization of a lot of these areas. But there's a lot of, and also the Friar Plaza, that's also a beautiful plaza. So I think that is what I want to build upon. I want to make this area, Wheaton, Glenmont, Veers Mill, a place where people want to, shop, play, feel safe, because, public safety has also become an issue. And so there's definitely the appetite. And like I said, I mean, we should be advocating, especially seeing that there's going to be some funding coming from the state, with the surplus that we keep hearing is probably going to be around for at least another 5 years. Some of the state roads that for the longest time, weren't being paid attention to. We need to be on top of that. We need to be advocating for that. So it's a combination of things, and like I mentioned before, it's an ecosystem of things. So if people feel safe, if people feel like they can, safely cross the road, if it's well lit, if it's a modern community, I think that gives into the coolness of an area. And then to continue to attract. Sometimes, I'm even open to a conversation about a nightlife task force. So I'm married to a Frenchman, and so I listen to a lot of just kind of like worldwide, I guess, news stations, and there's this idea of having a night mayor, having mayors that actually think about how can we continue to create revenue for our residents throughout the night. So, I'm not saying that that we need to be open 24 hours, but if there's an appetite for it, why not look into some nightlife here, also just surveying the folks that are there now. What kinds of issues are they coming across, and how can the county resolve those issues so we can continue to attract entrepreneurs and innovative thinkers, so that Wheaton and Glenmont and the Veers Mill area can be cool attractions.